A 7 Action News investigation led to a local judge being bounced from the bench. Now Judge Sylvia James is fighting for her job as she's about to face the state Supreme Court.
7 Action News investigator Bill Proctor broke the story. So, Bill, the judge is now blaming you for her trouble?
Well, Diana, it certainly seems that way, and I'll tell you more about that in just a moment. But for now, the judge will be heading to Lansing to argue why she should keep her job as Inkster's chief judge. And even if the High Court decides to give her the boot, think about this now, she can run again for re-election, and she's doing exactly that. Judge Sylvia James has maintained from the start that it's politics and not how she runs her court that got her into trouble.
I think that a lot of this is overblown. I think that there are certain people that are driving this.
So exactly who are the people driving this? Lots of Inkster city officials is the answer. We talked to Mayor Hilliard Hampton, who complained to 7 Action News about James' refusal to let city leaders see how she spent the court's money.
And in her mind that it was none of our business what's in those accounts.
And your position?
It is our business. It's absolutely our business.
City Attorney David Jones told us how James refused to follow city rules and give Inkster its share of court funds.
The 22nd District Court has been slow, as much as 6 months behind in transferring that revenue.
And then there's Joseph Kassab, who sued James because she wouldn't let him in her court because of what he was wearing.
It's kind of crazy, you know, they tell you to come to court, and when you get there, they say, well, you can't come in here.
In fact, lots of folks like Kassab say that they were told to go and buy new used duds at the St. Vincent de Paul store down the street because her strict dress code didn't allow court visitors to wear jeans.
What Judge James' policy does is it bars people at the gate.
Then there was the accusation of James moving court funds to an account that only she had access to.
You made the unilateral decision to pull those funds.
No.
7 Action News was first to report all of the above, including how James paid herself about $2 grand with court money after the city denied her a clothing and gun allowance. And after our report aired, James' court was audited not once but twice. And what did those audits show? Well, they say that she misused more than $230,000 meant for a court program and instead spent it on travel costs, advertising that promoted her job, on a job at the court for her niece, and other things not related to the court.
Her decisions were not going to be questioned.
And that led to a special 7-week hearing and more bad news for James. The Judicial Tenure Commission, which keeps judges in line, proved that James misused court money. Yes, she should be taken off the bench, and said she should repay some $81,000 in costs. So tomorrow the state Supreme Court will decide if it agrees with all that, and even if it does say James should go, she can run for re-election, and that's exactly what she's doing now. For months, James has been on the campaign trail holding fundraisers like this one in April, and she's passing out the full-color laminated campaign messages, but is now blaming this reporter for her troubles, saying that she's been proctorized. So will her bid for re-election succeed? Will past supporters like Tom Lumpkin vote for her again?
I gotta, think about it a little bit more and see what I'm gonna do.
How about Gerald Smiley?
I'm not.
Why?
There's too much corruption behind my name right now.
Carl Lindy thinks that she should make other plans.
Why don't you just go ahead and retire?
So what will the Supreme Court do? Well, they could leave the judge on the bench. They could remove her, as the JTC has recommended, and even decide to keep her from running again. Well, I'll be on the story in Lansing tomorrow and let you know exactly what happens. Bill Proctor, 7 Action News.